Greetings, YouTube. I'm going to be doing a little reconditioning job today. We have here in this long metal shaft what used to be part of a broom. The broom head broke off. It was a plastic broom and I'd been using it outside to sweep off some snow off the steps. I got it caught on something. It was cold. Snap. But the shaft is still functional. And this was a kiddie snow shovel. Now, we had the kiddie snow shovel because my wife liked the size of the blade for shoveling snow off the stairs. She found it comfortable. I prefer either a larger shovel or a broom. But, again, it's been really cold here. The plastic got too brittle and it broke because this is just cheap plastic, okay? So, I've got a blade with no handle and a handle with no tool. So, my goal here is going to take the handle off of this and then attach the blade to there. So this is held in place by a couple of staples. So I'm going to use a pair of simple pliers to grab those and pull them out. Then I have a box of just, I don't even know where I got these things. I think it might have actually belonged to an old roommate. But they're sheet metal screws. And this is a smidge on the long side for my task. But going through the plastic and then through the metal shaft, it's not going to pop out the other side or anything, so it'll work fine. And I figure if two staples held on the handle last time, one sheet metal screw will handle it this time, especially seeing as I'm going to going into metal. So my next task up is to strip off the handle, and I may just keep the plastic tubing in the handle for the moment, because you know, I might find a use for plastic tubing. Who knows? Alright, so staples have been removed with the pliers, and that is how deep the shaft is going to go into there. It's got that little blue mark, so I'll get a nice purchase on there. So the next task is going to be drying this out, because there's a little moisture in there. I don't want that to go in there with the metal. So I'm going to dry the inside of this thing out, and then I think I might actually drill a small hole there, just so that maybe I can get some airflow in there, so that if it gets moisture inside there again, it won't gather so much. Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. And once I do that, I will find the correct drill bit, and then I'm going to have to do a small hole through both the plastic and the shaft. I'm going to put the shaft in first, that way I know the hole will line up between the shaft and the shovel blade. I'm not going to have to worry about drilling two separate holes and hoping they line up. Again, I'm only going to have to drill one hole, and I'm going to have to drill it very big because the sheet metal screw needs to be relatively tight. And I've got myself a small screwdriver, which is the correct size for the screw in question. Okay, I've made an interesting discovery. To dry out the inside of this, I thought, okay, I'll just use my wife's hairdryer because she has hair. And so I cranked it up, heated it up, dried it out, and I realized, hey, this is plastic. Probably make my life a little easier if I heat this up a little more. So I heated up the plastic, and then I shoved the shaft in there, and I heated the plastic and shoved it a little more, and I am now that far off the bottom of the shaft, so but just basically where it's coming down to the radius. And it took so much force to get that blade on this shaft, and with hot plastic, that I'm not going to bother drilling a hole and putting a screw in here. I mean, there is no way my wife is going to get that to come off if she is just shoveling. And if it does come off, I can go ahead and use the screw idea later. But at the moment, this thing is just absolutely not moving. This thing is very much exactly where I want it to be. So now my wife has a spiffy new shovel with a nice long shaft, because she had been complaining about the length of the shaft. She liked the blade size, but the length of the shaft was just shorter than she wanted. She had never actually told me this until after breaking it, and I suggested, hey, maybe I can revitalize this by sticking my old broom handle on it. So there you go. A close to no tool modification. The only tool I actually had to use was the pliers to get the two staples out of the blade and off of their plastic shaft. And now I got a couple pieces of tubing, and I have a little handle down there that, again, I may find a use for that at some point in the future. I guess I could make the world's smallest shovel. I'm really quite happy with this modification. Again, almost no tools. It didn't take me very long. I mean, total time I think I've been working on this is like 25 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that. So my wife now has her shovel, And I've revitalized a tool handle, which I kept around because I figured I can use it for something. And guess what? I was right.